Welcome to the Primal Persistence Podcast, the podcast where I will give you health and fitness tips for your journey toward health and fitness through knowledge from me and guests that we both can learn from. So let's get started with the Primal Persistence Podcast. Enjoy. Hi, today's show is all out 8 tips and steps to get your kids to eat more vegetables. Welcome to the show. This is going to be a short episode. This is going to be one of the short ones that I do. This is something that I'm going to be introducing to make more content, to make more good, valuable stuff to you that I don't work this much on, but that when some of my clients are having frustrations and when I hear this around, I will make these shorter episodes to get in some small actionable tips that you can do. For this episode today, in the show notes you will find a link to the 8 steps, tips and tricks checklist, so you can get it right down here. It is a process list, which is an app that I love to use, where you can check off everything. So it is completely free. You can get the checklist right in there and get your things in, your tips and tricks in, and your steps to check off your kids get more vegetables in your day, and the small tips and the things you have to talk about. So, like I said, this is going to be a short one, so let's jump right into it. Number 1, I'm not going to take them in numbers, like I just said. We're just going to take them one at a time. So, let's get started. Make vegetables taste good. I cannot stress this enough. Not everybody loves raw, plain vegetables. So, this is one of the reasons why I love the primal and diet and the Mediterranean diet. This mix with good healthy fats, especially the Mediterranean diet, where we mix in a lot of olive oil. This just makes miracles to recipes. But another thing, with my background as a French chef, broccoli just tastes a lot better when they're steamed in a little water and a lot of butter. Broccoli and butter are just the best friends, and kids love this too. So remember, make your vegetables taste good. This is a huge thing. And if we go into raw vegetables, then remember that. Put something to it. Make a something kind of a dip, or it could be olives tapenade, it could be pestos, it could be a lot of different things. Yogurt, it could be, you name it, could be a lot of different things. And I'm going to be updating these steps in here when I move on and find more recipes and tips. So if you don't hear this this is right now 2017 November. If you hear this later, remember there will be a lot more tips in this because I will keep on updating this process list that I talk about. And if you are jumping right into this show, then underneath here is a link to a process list where you'll find tips and tricks to all these steps that I'm going to be talking about. So, don't sneak in vegetables. This is the next thing I'm going to be talking about. I hear this a lot, sneak in vegetables. So we do this, I do it myself as well, but that's also to get some more vegetables in the diet and cut a little back on the protein. But a lot of times I hear moms and food advocates sneaking in more vegetables. We don't need to do this. We need to learn the kids that vegetables are fantastic and enjoyable. This is something that we would like, we enjoy, we love. So don't try to sneak in unless you have a reason, like I do in my spaghetti bolognese. I put in carrots and celery, and it tastes good as well. But dims the amount of protein, so we get in some more vegetables, and it's tasty and it's healthy and it's good. So don't try to sneak in vegetables. Find ways that you can make small servings, so there's not only one big serving of one kind of vegetables, but make tasty small batches of vegetables that you kids can try, test out, and then reuse the ones they love. Make healthy salads. And when we're talking salads for kids, it is hugely important that you don't just go with green, normal salads. You need to cut it up and make more chunky style salads. A Greek salad is fantastic, and kids love this with tomatoes, cucumbers, olives, feta cheese, some finely cut onions. You can use the onions. Very nice trick. If the onions are too strong, raw for kids, then cut them very thinly sliced with a mandolin knife or whatever you have that can make these ultra thin slices, and then drizzle over a little organic vinegar, apple vinegar or grape vinegar, and then let it sit there for some time, 10-15 minutes, and a lot of the heavy stuff from the from the onions will be gone. You can do this with hot water as well, but I just like the taste of a little bit of vinegar. So you use the onions as a little taster in this as well. Remember, nuts and cheeses and whole wheat croutons for the kids are fantastic. They love this crunchy nut seeds, and these whole wheat sourdough bread are fantastic to make into croutons for the kids if they can handle the gluten. This is very important. So traditional Greek salad is fantastic, like I said, for the kids. Make vegetable the desirable dish rather than something that you have to push in them. So when you set all these small, very fantastic dishes with vegetables, the kids should choose these. My daughters just love choosing. They pick the carrots, and my oldest daughter loves taking the olives. She just picks up olives all the time. But that's what works in my house. But broccoli, cauliflower rice is a very big hit with a lot of kids as well. Make it a little chunky. Put these up. Try cooking them, and if it works for you as well, then try it raw as well. But cooking them is fantastic, and you get this fatty taste in there, and it works a lot better for a lot of kids. Don't stress on the amount of vegetables the kids are eating. Some days it's more, some days it's less, but keep the most important thing that they have the opportunity, and it is there, and they can choose from a different palette of vegetables. This is fantastically important. Like I said before, my daughter loves carrots and olives. She will pick carrots, and when we're talking fruit, she will pick fruits like apples, a fresh apple, and over a lot of different sweets and other things. She loves a good crunchy carrot. So remember, some days it's more, some days it's less. And like I said before, let them choose. Set up a lot of different vegetables so they can choose from what they like, and make this a adventure for you as well. So you have to set up different kinds of vegetables for prepping this. So small side dishes is fantastic, with beans cooked in oil or with fresh herbs and peppers, bell peppers, a lot of different things. We can just keep on going here. But keep a lookout on this checklist. I will keep on updating this with recipes underneath. So start early. Start early is a fantastic and mega important thing. So a lot of the stuff that you get recipes, because of the kids' taste buds are very strong. When you do this, then start slowly, and in the beginning with these 6 to 8 months-year-old babies, put in some good organic free range butter, mix it up, and this will make it taste a lot better, and they need the fat. So keep this in mind, and then remember, when you choose the processed baby foods, it's often very mild, and it doesn't have that much flavor in them. So when they get the real thing, they might like it a lot with the processed stuff, but when they get the real thing, they don't like it, because the real vegetables really taste of things. So when we teach them this from the beginning, then it's a lot easier getting them to eat vegetables in the long run. And the last thing here is, do not pressure them. It is super important. Some days they just don't want vegetables. Just make sure that they get good healthy nutrition, fats, and different other stuff, but don't force the vegetable in them. Of course, they need to taste the different styles of vegetables that you have presented them, but they don't need to eat a specific amount. This will get them scared of the vegetables, and just make it the best part. The vegetables are important, and let them learn to love it. So this is my my tips and steps for getting your kids to eat more vegetables. I hope you can use these tips, and if not, then write me an email and let me know what works for you. You will find my email in the show notes underneath, and you will find the link for the process checklist, where I will be updating with recipes for the things that we've been talking about. So when I find good recipes, I will update this process list, so you can keep on getting the list updated. So keep looking. If you downloaded today, then go in there and check it in a week or two, and I will probably have updated with a new recipe or two that works well with my kids and my clients' kids, and grown-ups that aren't that fond of vegetables. So I hope you can use this, share it, and remember, if you like the show, then give it rating in the iTunes store. This helps me getting this healthy tips out to a lot more people. So thank you again, and hope to hear you next week with all the tips for healthy living for your family. Thank you for listening to the Primal Persistence podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share the knowledge in this, so we can help as many people as possible getting the physical and energy-based power to conquer every obstacle in their way.